Well, it's been a while, hasn't it? Well, enough of that. I'm here to talk about something fun today. Extinction! Extinction is the event where every single individual of a species is gone, making it so they're no longer around. Some extinctions happen with local populations or subspecies. The larger species is still around, but those populations, they're dead. This is known as local extinction. Best analogy I can think of to this is, okay, imagine you have a bag of candy, and you eat all of one color of it. You still have the rest of the candy, but now that one color is gone. That's basically what local extinction is. So now that we know what it is, what causes it? Well, extinction is just as natural a part of life as death, and every species goes extinct eventually. Even if the group's still around, the specific individual isn't. Common causes of extinction include massive changes to your biome or climate. When the environment around you rapidly changes and you can't adapt fast enough, you die out. Something comes along that makes you redundant. Can't compete with the new guy, you die out. Sometimes a disease comes along that's super deadly to your species, and you die out. Your food source goes extinct, and since that made up most of your diet, you die out. And the cream of the crop, sometimes a disaster could happen that not only wipes out you, but a lot of life at once. These are called mass extinction, and when these happen, it dramatically shifts around life on Earth. The worst of these was the Permian mass extinction, when more than 90% of all life on the planet died. It is basically as close as possible to the apocalypse as you can get without the world actually ending. No one's quite sure what caused it, but a popular theory is that an absolutely massive volcano erupted, blocking out the sun and spreading soot everywhere, making Earth a hell on, Earth. A place very few could survive. But the most famous mass extinction was the KPG mass extinction, aka the extinction of the dinosaurs. This wiped out 75% of all life on Earth and brought the age of the reptiles to an end, allowing the mammals to rise up. For the longest time, its cause was highly debated. Some said a bunch of volcanoes went off at once, some said it was connected to how flowering plants first appeared, and maybe herbivorous dinosaurs couldn't adapt to them. Some said it was more a gradual process, like maybe there were a bunch of different climate catastrophes that happened over the course of a few million years that slowly wiped them out. Like, maybe there was just a huge global drought or something, which notably is the theory that Fantasia went with. There is also a theory that small mammals ate all the dinosaur eggs, which is a theory that, even as a kid, I found stupid, because how would that even work logistically? How could you wipe out every single one of them? And how would that affect marine reptiles? Don't those guys give live birth? Oh, whatever. Anyways, in the 1980s, a theory was proposed that it was the result of a massive meteor slamming into the Earth, which would have caused massive shock waves, blocked out the sun, and dramatically impacted the temperature. For a while, this is just another theory, but nowadays it's the most believed theory, and it's considered fact at this point since we have found what is most definitely its crater. Millions of years later, we come to today, with us, humans, the species that have shaped Earth the most. Many species lost in these past 1,000 or so years have had extinctions directly tied to us in some way. The dodo was wiped out after we brought pests that ate their nest, and they were considered fun to hunt since, hey, they had no fear, so they didn't run. Passenger pigeon was wiped out due to being a source of cheap meat, with the great auk meeting a similar fate. Thylacine and quagga were considered pests, so they got wiped out. Baji got wiped out after the Yangtze River got industrialized, and many more. But, on the flip side, many species threatened with extinction have made a comeback. American alligator was nearly wiped out before they became protected, and they're a lot more common nowadays. American bison was mass slaughtered for very messed up reasons that my nephew got into in his cow video, but they're now protected and are on the comeback. Bald eagles nearly went extinct because of a pesticide that would seep into the water and contaminate the fish they ate, which caused them to lay very thinly shelled eggs, but luckily the pesticide that caused that was banned. The Arabian orcs was almost wiped out before the last ones were sent to captivity, and their numbers went back right up. And more. So I guess we're like a double-edged sword for the continued existence of animals. Now, there's also the process known as de-extinction, where theoretically we could find the DNA of extinct animals and inject them into a modern relative and, kind of clone them. This process, though, is controversial for a few reasons. One, some say that maybe we should focus instead on, protecting the animals we already got instead of adding new ones back. And for some creatures like mammoths or saber-toothed tigers, what would we do with them when we bring them back? The world's a much different place than when they roamed, so where would they go nowadays? And plus, there's just the issue of, should we do this? I mean, there's literally an entire series of movies about why resurrecting extinct animals is a bad idea. But who knows? I guess this just raises the question, though. How will we go extinct? Who knows? Maybe the wrong people will get mad at each other and every nuke will be launched at once. Maybe some horrible disaster will befall us and everyone will be dead. Maybe something religious will happen, and maybe a disease that kills us as soon as you catch it. Maybe aliens will come down and evaporate everyone who doesn't meet their intelligence requirements, and the survivors are forced to endure hard labor for the rest of their life due to their intelligence being useful to the aliens. Or maybe we just evolved so much we aren't Homo sapiens anymore. That would still count as extinction, since regardless of what we evolve into, Homo sapiens are dead. Who knows? That's extinction for you. I've been Izzy von Luismenverg, and remember, extinction can strike at any moment.